The tight and twisty roads of northern France were the venue for round 5 of this year's French Rally Championship. Winner last time out on the Mont Blanc, Jean-Marie Coq comes to Touquet as the odds-on favourite. He's motivated like never before despite the constant pain of a nagging eye injury. He's still the man to beat, especially as none of his contenders took part here last year.
C'est la première fois où je me présente avec une
It's the first time I've come in with experience from the year before with the same WRC car and with a win as well. Psychologically it's pretty good, but now we all start from scratch and knowing the Touquet, well, it will live up to its reputation and it will be a very hard rally. Championship leader Eric Maufrey has seen better days as we get ready for the start of the Touquet. His 306 Maxi doesn't have four-wheel drive, the weather forecast isn't good, and he knows how slippery the roads will be. The weather conditions will definitely favour a four-wheel drive car. I hope it won't become a turning point in the championship. We're going to try to keep up with Patrick Rallye, but for sure when it comes to the weather, the four-wheel drive will have the advantage on these roads. The major difficulty of the weekend will be getting tyre selection right. Choosing tyres is a gamble most teams are going to have to take. The opening stage began at twilight, as is the Touquet tradition, certainly adding something special to the event. Bad news though for Porsche driver François Delacour, as his car continues to experience engine problems. Patrick Henry and Magali Lombard give us a good idea of just how difficult it is to run hard at night on special stage 1.
Ferme 115 cordes, et puis il reste à la corde sur léger droite à fond et à fond 200 mètres. Long gauche à fond corde sur bosse fin après maison pour 30 mètres à droite 50. Grosse corde. Pour léger gauche à fond 50 mètres. Léger humide, droite 120 plus corde.
Well, despite a minor mistake, Henry posted a time of 2:24, less than 3 seconds off the pace of the leader, Coq. Coq took a big chance in opting for slick tyres on a stage covered in mud and quite torn up. Despite having his rear mirror torn off, he moved into the lead 17 seconds ahead of Henry, who had an off on SS2. He's 38 seconds too ahead of David Salanon, who also went off the road. At the end of the day, the real eye-opener on the leaderboard was the presence of Olivier Marty, 4th overall in his Fiat Punto. Saturday morning and wet weather conditions, the roads were soaked and slippery. Henry decided to attack, making up lost time, and he posted the best time on the Rallye to Calais stage. François Delacour fixed the engine problem in his Porsche, but the veteran brought his rally to an end on Saturday afternoon, and because he's not going to run in the last round at Cevennes, this was his last appearance in the car. Maufrey is having a heck of time in trying to keep his 306 Maxi on the road with a serious lack of grip. He's being outrun by his rival in the Michelin Trophy, Patrick Rallye in the Celica GT4, and Olivier Marty in his Punto S2000. David Salanon is a first-timer here. When he made it to the service area, he told us just how difficult the round is. On the last stage, it was raining very hard. We said we needed brakes to work well. We were motoring along, but I started to aquaplane and the car wouldn't turn. We went off into a field, which cost us 40 seconds on the stage.
Voilà pourquoi on perd une quarantaine de secondes dans la spéciale et voilà, mais bon.
Patrick Rallye is being dominated for the moment by Olivier Marty, and the Punto is a newer car than the Celica GT4, which is beginning to show signs of age. At the end of the second leg, he's second in the Michelin Trophy and 5th overall. The local star is Jose Barbera. Being 63 years old hasn't stopped Barbera from putting his ex-Solberg Subaru Impreza into the top 6. The internal battle of Clio R3s was interrupted by Belgian, the regular competitor in the World Championship, Chris Prinsen, who doesn't live too far away. He was wise to come out, because for the time being he's ahead of Cedric Robert. Robert knows how to put in spectacular driving performances. He thought he started out too carefully, but his prudence saw him finish an outstanding 8th in a two-wheel drive car. Marc Amoret won his class in the Citroën C2 1600. Marc and Granola ran flat out all weekend, proving that a front-wheel drive car could do the business on the slippery roads.
Je peux. Long droite 115 ici. Pour léger gauche 120. Léger 120, 100 mètres derrière. Un tour avant léger gauche 20 mètres. Gauche 32, épingle sortie large. 20 mètres, gauche 32, épingle sortie large. Ah, léger droite à fond. 100 mètres. Gauche 100 plus. 100 plus là-bas. 100 plus, 150 mètres.
As Saturday came to an end, it was the same four atop the standings. Olivier Marty is fourth, and despite a few minor glitches, the Punto continues to show its potential. The relationship with new co-driver Thomas Roux, who came over from the Suzuki Rally Cup, seems to be working. David Selenon continues his march forward. He wants to keep it on the road to score as many points as he can. At the end of the day, he's third overall, more than 1 minute and 40 behind Patrick Henry. Henry ran hard all day, resulting in 2 scratch times, and second overall, but he's still handicapped in comparison to his arch-rival Jean-Marie Kwok. 20 seconds separate the two, but anything can still happen, with 100 kilometers of time section still to be run on Sunday.
Au bleu, 40 mètres gauche 4 juste, fini 30 mètres droite 3 juste. Droite 3 juste, 30 mètres 40 fond gauche 2 juste. Et 40 mètres droite 3.
Une étape correcte.
It was a decent day. There wasn't much of a time gap today. We added a little to the lead. All in all, a positive day despite a few problems with the eye, especially on the longer stages when sweat began to make it a bit difficult. But it was still a good day.
À peu près tranquille. C'est vrai qu'à part un peu dans les grandes spéciales ou sur la fin, avec la transpiration, c'est un petit peu difficile, mais on va dire que ça a été à peu près. Donc journée correcte.
Parce qu'au départ, il avait dit qu'il venait.
On Sunday morning, the weather conditions greatly improved, but the route remained just as dangerous, and even the rally leader got caught out. Fortunately for Kwok, the bobble didn't cost him that much time, after he'd taken 15 seconds from Henry on the previous stage. Despite the tricky road conditions, Maufrey took a gamble on starting the day on slicks to get top performance from his Maxi 306, but his Touquet rally came to an early end when he went off on the second stage of the morning. He no longer leads the French Championship and scored a mere 2 points in the Michelin Trophy. He'll have to put in his best race of the year the next time out at Cevennes. The win in the Michelin Trophy went to Olivier Marty. After a strong run all weekend, he was rewarded with a 4th place finish overall. He's now 3rd in the amateur driver standings, and he may well be one to watch in the next round at the commands of his Clio Super 1600. Selenon, well, he just made sure that he brought his car home on the most difficult rally that he was taking part in for the first time. He knew coming into Touquet that it would be a tall order to be among the very best, but he's still pleased with his performance. I knew before the start we couldn't hope to do much better than 3rd. That was confirmed on Friday night. Today we're 3rd in the Touquet and I managed to gain a lot of experience.
On se retrouve avec un Touquet dans les jambes et je pense que j'ai vraiment pris énormément d'expérience sur la terre.
Patrick Henry did a more than respectable job at the wheel of his 307 WRC. For his first go on the Touquet, Henry showed fine speed, managing to avoid the many dangers along the way, and he's never been better positioned in the championship standings. But Jean-Marie Kwok drove on for his 3rd victory of the season. What's strange is that he's still behind Selenon, Henry and Maufrey in the standings. but he'll be full of confidence going into the next round at Cevennes. It will be his home rally.
I
managed to win despite having a problem with my eye that has now spread to my other eye. It was a lot of fun, and even this morning after making a mistake, it stayed fun. My problem in the left eye made it really hard to judge distances. Thanks to the car that ran beautifully, we were successful though. It was a great weekend because coming in, we really didn't think we could win it.
Tout s'est bien goupillé et repartir avec tout ça, repartir avec la victoire, je dirais que c'était presque inespéré.
Well, after the Touquet round, there's a new leader atop the driver's standings. David Selenon leads from Patrick Henry and Eric Maufrey. The complicated system that allows a driver to rid himself of his worst performance doesn't work in Henry's favour. Jean-Éric Petit took Group N honours. The next round will be held in Cevennes in early November.